on the line. Here we go. It will be in favor of the Wolverines. So here we go. Jalen Griffith up the floor right now for the Wolverines. Gives it up to Jalen Drain. And right now, great ball movement so far. Cross-point shot is good. Avion Morris. As right now, a technical foul is quickly given to Avion Morris. As he was talking trash to the bench, the referees quickly taking care of this, as they do not want any extracurricular activities happening between these teams. Again, Garrett, like we said, arch rivals, things can get heated pretty quickly. And we're just right now, 25 seconds in, technical foul already.
Seem to be getting a little chirpy already with the Curie bench so early in the game. That's kind of surprising in my opinion, Peter.
Not a smart move right now from Avion Morris, as he has a technical foul. One more, and he will be ejected from the game. At the free throw line is number 1, Phoenix Bullock, and that is his first make of the evening. And he goes only 1 for 2 from the stripe. It'll be Curie basketball. Here come the Condors down the floor, down by 2. Following the technical foul free throws, Harris has it, gives it up to Brown. Brown to Harris, to Ofoma, to Brown. Great ball movement so far from the Condors. Mid-range shot from Brown, no good. Rebounded by Sean Brown. Brown goes up and not in, and is tipped in by Jeremy Harrington Jr. Great tip in from the big man, Garrett.
It was a great read by Harrington Jr. to get up there at the rim and push that ball right back into the hoop, Peter.
Exactly. Pass to Griffith to Drain. Drain, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Here come the Condors down the floor. Fast break. Great coast-to-coast layup for Sean Brown, Garrett.
He's making that look too easy out there, Peter.
Honestly, he was sliding and gliding all the way down as he rumbled and bumbled down and got it going as the Condors lead 5-3. Morris to Griffith. Griffith back to Morris, who made a three-point shot but got a technical foul early. Drain, three-point shot of his own. Back iron, no good. Rebounded, but a foul is quickly called as both Harris and Harrington Jr. were on the box out. Let's see who the foul is on. It is going to be on Curie, number 24. That is Jeremy Harrington Jr. That is his first, team first. Morris has it. Gives it to Griffith. Griffith. Great passing all the way up is number 10. Wesley Rubin on that alley-oop. Great look right there.
Great look, Peter.
Here comes Harris down the court. Drive, no good. Rebounded by Lance Rogers. Great defense so far from this Condor team, but is kicked out of bounds. It'll still be Simeon basketball. Tie game right now at 5 apiece. Griffith, as right now it seems that Curie wants to go into a zone set right now instead of man-to-man. Morris, no good. Rebounded by Jeremy Harrington. It goes off the front iron. Here comes Phoenix Bullock down as he gives it off to Sean Brown. Brown setting up a new play. Brown drives on Griffith. No good. Rebounded by Rubin. Here comes the Wolverines down the floor. Jalen Drain gives off to Rubin. Rubin loses it. Recovered by the Condors. Here comes Harris down the court. Guarded by Griffith. Passes it across the court to Brown. Wide open three. Jump shot. Nothing but net. As Sean Brown gets it going early. 8-5 right now. 5 points for the young man, with around 5 to play left in the first period. Jalen Drain slides and glides. Gets it going. 8-7. Brown bringing it up the court. Gives it to Harris. Harris trying to find something going. Gives it up to Brown. Brown trying to find Phoenix Bullock in the low post. Gets it to him as he's covered by as he's covered by Morris, and Morris knocks it out of bounds. Great defense from Avion Morris. Harris gives it to Brown on the inbound pass. Here comes Brown up the court to Harris on the far wing. Dribble drive, floater shot, back iron, no good. Rebounded efficiently by Wesley Rubin. Drain goes down the court. Jump ball is called. It is in favor of the Condors.
Great transition defense by the Condors there, Peter.
It was great transition defense as Jalen Drain was looking to get a layup off. But again, great defense from the Condors as here comes Sean Brown down the court, guarded by Jalen Griffith. Offensive foul is called. It will go against number 1, Phoenix Bullock. And again, this is a tightly effective rivalry. Head coach Michael Oliver for Curie pleading his case, saying that Phoenix Bullock didn't deserve the foul, but the referees say otherwise. Here it comes back and forth between Drain and Morris. Drain gives up to Wesley Rubin. Rubin blocked by Harrington Jr. Here comes Bullock down the floor in transition. Bullock to Harris. Corner 3. Nothing but net for Carlos Harris. 11-7 right now. And right now, Garrett, the Condors seem to get so far.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought they needed to do. Hit some 3 balls and get going early on the game, Peter.
Jalen Drain. Layup shot, no good. Rebounded by the Condors, and here comes Harris down the floor. Brown down the floor. Harris to Bullock. Bullock gets a screen. Dribble drive, mid-range jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Wesley Rubin, gives it to Morris. Here comes Morris down the floor on the fast break. Dumps it off to Jalen Drain. Blocked effectively by Carlos Harris and Harrington Jr. Into the game now for Chicago. Simeon will be Nicholas Robinson and Wesley Rubin's brother, Miles Rubin, to purchase events and clips. And we hope that you've enjoyed today's live event so far. Please text your friends, share on Facebook, update your status on Twitter, and make sure none of your friends miss out on the results and the full game replay of this game so far in the championship action of the 90th. Travel is called. Condor basketball. And here we get going. Harris brings up the ball. He gives up to Brown. Brown does not take the screen. Dribble drive, dump off to Harrington Jr. Great dump off from Brown, Garrett.
That was a great dump pass for an easy lay-in by Harrington Jr.
Harrington Jr. right now 4 points on the night as Chicago Curie has it going 13-7 right now, around 3 minutes to play. Shot from Griffith, no good. Rebounded effectively by the Condors. Again, this Condor defense, they may not look like much, but they are stout on defense. Brown to Phoenix Bullock. Corner 3 shot, no good. Back iron. Rebounded by Harrington Jr. out there with such an effective force, grabbing that board. Brown drives. Foul is called, but it's an offensive foul. Into the game for Simeon will be number 3, Michael Ratliff. There's actually no foul called on the play. It was actually out of bounds. Robinson, double teamed in the corner. Gives it off to Ratliff. Ratliff, floater, middle of the paint, no good. Fight for the rebound. Rubin puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Nicholas Robinson. That foul is called. It's going against number 1 of Chicago Curie, Phoenix Bullock. That'll be his second, team third. And into the game for the Condors will be number 4, Cross Barrett.
Fouls number 1, Phoenix Bullock.
As right now, 2 minutes remaining in the first period, 13-7. Nicholas Robinson gives up to Morris. Morris to Drain, 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded though by Morris. Morris dumps off to Drain. Drain, another corner three. That one goes far, and it's rebounded by Harrington Jr. to Cross Barrett. To Harrett. Great transition offense, and that's a very effective bucket, Garrett.
Harrington Jr. looks like he's a heat-seeking missile out there chasing for those rebounds, Peter.
Exactly right there. And it's 15-7. Harrington Jr. has several boards so far on the night. Scoring not so much of an emphasis as much as it is defense and rebounds for this Condor defense. Steal by Ofoma. Here comes Ofoma down the court. Stolen by Morris. Morris loses the ball. Knocked out of bounds as Harris pokes the ball towards Morris. Into the game right now for Chicago Curie is Tavion Collier as he goes in for Ofoma. And into the game for Chicago Simeon will be number 15, Jaquan Adams. Simeon is in the white, the Condors in black for Chicago Curie. Barrett to Brown. Brown to Harrington Jr. Harrington Jr. jump shot good. Harrington Jr. just doing it all tonight, Garrett.
He is having an incredible first period thus far.
Grabbing rebounds, getting blocks, getting points, doing everything he can to make sure that the Simeon team doesn't have a chance at getting back in this game. Down 10 right now, Chicago Simeon, 45 seconds left in the first period. Ratliff, top of the key, gives up to Nicholas Robinson. To Morris, top of the key. Morris thought about taking the three, said dribble drives, floater shot down the middle is good. Avion Morris, first points in the paint, 5 points for him on the night. Brown gives it up to Harris, 23 seconds left. Harris, floater of his own, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Nicholas Robinson, goes out of bounds, is going to still be Simeon basketball. Morris will come to him. 10 seconds left in the first half. Robert Smith calling a quick play. Gets a screen. Morris, three ball of his own, no good. Rebound is the Condors, and that will be the end of the first game between the Chicago Curie Condors and the Chicago Simeon Wolverines. And Garrett, what are some of your takeaways so far in that first period that we've seen so far?
My main takeaway of the first period was the Condor defense. They are rough in the paint, getting blocks and rebounding the ball, which is leading to transition offense, Peter. And
Ratliff got blocked down on the low post. Again, as Garrett said, that stout defense. Barrett, effective floater in the paint. 19-9 right now, as Chicago Simeon can't get anything going right now. Struggling to get anything going on offense against, again, the Condor defense. Adams throws the ball, goes out of bounds. No, it doesn't. Saved by Harris. Harris, Euro steps, goes in. No, as the officials call offensive interference on Brown, as Brown was about to slam it home with the ball. Didn't escape the lid. As into the game comes Jalen Griffith, Wesley Rubin, along with his brother Miles Rubin out there. Jalen Drain. Morris, dribble drive, dumps it off to Wesley Rubin to Miles Rubin. And no good. As right now, Simeon can't buy a basket. Harris down the floor. Harris, dribble drive, dumps it off to Brown. To Harrington Jr. Extends his range. Good! Jeremy Harrington Jr. 3-point ball for him. And Garrett, he's been doing it all tonight.
He can do it all, Peter. Shoot, rebound, block. What can he not do?
At this point, we have no idea. 22-9. Drain, mid-range jumper. That is good. Jalen Drain, 4 points on the night for the young man. 11-22 in favor of the Condors. Here comes Harris down the floor. 6:20 left in the second period. Drive by Harris off the glass. Good. Carlos Harris. 24-11. Here comes Griffith up the floor, down 13. Needs to get something going offensively. Rubin as he gets an easy lay-in through the middle of the paint. Cross Spirit has it on the far side of the court. Gives up to Brown. Brown, dribble drive, dumps off to Harrington Jr. Harrington Jr. blocked by Miles Rubin. Here comes the Simeon offense. Fast tempo. Gives up to Griffith. Griffith to Wesley Rubin. Guarded. Shot. No good. Rebounded by Harris. And here comes the Condor offense down the floor. Harris blocked by Miles Rubin once again. Here come the Simeon offense down the floor. Morris, wide open layup is good. Avion Morris, 7 points on the night. As Lee is now cut down to single digits. 24-15, around 5:30 left in the first half. Barrett has the ball, gets by Miles Rubin, gives it to Harrington Jr. Oh my goodness, so effective tonight in the paint and on the perimeter. 11 points so far for the young man. Alley-oop to Miles Rubin from Jalen Griffith. Great pass from Griffith to Miles Rubin as Miles Rubin coming off the bench so far has been so great tonight, Garrett.
He's been playing great defensively and finding the open looks offensively, Peter.
As right now, Miles Rubin got his first points of the night as he has so far been the defensive anchor. Another alley-oop pass to Miles Rubin. Rubin, another easy lay-in.
Going right over the Curie defense there.
And Michael Oliver says enough as he understands that they are so far losing their double-digit lead as they are so far ready to resume action. 4:33 left in the second half. Simeon right now down by 7, but they have gone on a little bit of a run as they're right now down 26-19. And again, following the conclusion of this game, we will show the trophy presentation for the second place team and the rivals in Curie and Simeon. Ball goes out of bounds off of Sean Brown. Here comes Avion Morris down the floor. As right now, Curie has 3 total team fouls. Simeon has 1. That was on the technical on Avion Morris earlier in the game to start it out. Drain, dribble drive, great drive, no good. Rebounded by Ofoma. Here comes the Condors. Bullock has it. Step up 3, off the bank and in. What a way to get the lead back to double digits, Garrett.
Looks like the bank is open, Peter.
The bank is open, especially on Thursday night at 9:53 p.m. Griffith has it. Guarded by Harrington Jr., double team, gives up to Avion Morris. Gets a screen, splits the defenders, dumps it off to Wesley Rubin. Rubin no good on the dunk, but he does get the foul. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The foul will be on number 24, Jeremy Harrington Jr. That will be his second, team 4th. As an official timeout for masks will take place. But what have you seen so far from Simeon so far halfway through this second period?
I've seen a lot of great passes. They're looking for the lob to the big man on the block. If that's not working, they're looking for the guards to drive in, try and create some contact, and get the foul.
As Wesley Rubin makes both of his free throws perfect from the stripe. Harris will give it to Brown. 8-point lead for Chicago. Curie with around 3:30 left to play in the second period. As right now, Simeon will go into a half-court press. Harris dribble drive. Called for the travel. As right now, momentum could be swinging in favor of the Wolverines as they're right now down by 8, but a lot of game is left. Simeon did overcome a double-digit deficit to overcome New Trier in their semifinal matchup. Griffith, shot is good. Jalen Griffith on the board. 6 points on the night. First points of the night for Jalen Griffith. Brown has the ball, dumps off to Jeremy Harrington Jr. Harrington Jr. drives, gives it up to Ofoma. Ofoma, no good. Rebounded by Griffith, and there goes Griffith down the floor as he goes up It'll be a foul. The referee says he'll go to the line for 2. Foul goes against number 2, Carlos Harris for Chicago Curie, as Jalen Griffith will go to the line for 2.
For the Wolverines, number 2, Jalen Griffith.
Griffith's first shot is good. Right now, 24-29, 5-point lead for the Condors, as they had double-digit lead, but now it's starting to slip away as Griffith is about to make this a 2-possession game. And it is a 2-possession game, 29-25 in favor of the Condors. Brown has the ball as the Condors still trying to figure out this half-court press that Simeon is doing. Brown has it on the far side. Gets a screen from Harrington Jr. Good screen. Brown dribble drive. Gives off to Harris. Gives it to Harrington Jr. Shot. No good. Put back by Phoenix Bullock, though. Great putback by Phoenix Bullock, Garrett.
That's a great move. Acting like a big man in the paint, Peter.
And that's exactly what this team needs, as right now they're up 31-25. 2-possession game. Down to Morris in the paint to Griffith on the corner. 3-ball is good. Jalen Griffith, now 1-possession game. 31-28. Brown has it, guarded by Griffith. Griffith gives it down to Phoenix Bullock. Bullock, rip and tear. Lays it up and in, no good. Rebounded by Harrington Jr. And he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. It'll be on number 10, Wesley Rubin.
Number 10, Wesley Rubin.
And that'll be his first, team second.
24, Jeremy Harrington Jr.
First shot from Harrington is good. Into the game right now for Chicago Curie is number 30, Mason Minor. And coming into the game for Simeon is number 3, Michael Ratliff. Harrington perfect from the stripe. Now a 5-point game. Minute 35 left in the half. Drain brings it up the court at the logo. Gives up to Ratliff. Ratliff on the far side wing. Guarded by Harris. Gives up to Drain. Guarded by Minor, who just came into the game. Gives up to Griffith on the near side wing. Gets a screen from Wesley Rubin. Dump to Miles Rubin as he is effectively blocked against the glass. Scramble for the ball as it will be a tie-up, and it will go in favor of the Condors of Chicago Curie. And again, Garrett, that Condor defense, so effective.
All of those blocks in the paint, Peter, that's what we were talking about. The very physical defense of the Condors in the paint.
And that's right. Despite having the Rubin brothers out there, the Condors still having a fantastic defense. Harrington Jr. has the ball, gives up to Harris. Harris, dribble drive into the lane, no good. Rebounded by Wesley Rubin. Down to Jalen Drain on the fast break. Drain, shot, no good. And he'll go to the line for 2. The foul will go against number 3, Sean Brown. That'll be Brown's first foul, the team's 6th. 45 seconds remaining in the second period. Drain will go to the line for 2 to hopefully cut this into a 1-possession game. First shot from Drain is good. And Drain's second shot is also good. 3-point lead for the Condors. Nothing unsurprising from this rivalry, as it is always tightly contested every time they play. Harrington Jr. gives up to Harris as he brings it up the floor. 40 seconds remaining in the second period. Harris to Phoenix Bullock. Bullock dribble drive, floater shot high off the glass, no good. Well, you're bounded by Wesley Rubin. Here comes Griffith down the floor. Griffith pulls it out as Simeon wants the last shot, looking to tie this ball game up at 33 all as they're down by 3. Griffith, dribble drive. Loses the ball, gives it to Wesley Rubin. Rubin is called for the travel, though. Around 10 seconds left in the period. Harris will inbound it on the baseline. Harris gives it to Harrington Jr. Back to Harris, 7 seconds left. Harris understands the game clock, almost loses the ball. Harris to Sean Brown. Brown shot no good. And the referee says it was a clean block, and that will end the first half. The Chicago Curie Condors hold on to a close lead by a score of 33-30. Now is the championship game between Chicago Curie and Chicago Simeon. If you missed some action earlier at the Consolation Championship, Bloom Township, Gloria Manual by a score of 66-34. Oak Park River Forest edges out Joliet West in an amazing game for the 5th place game. And then we had a great game between New Trier and Bennett Academy, with New Trier winning that game. And now you're watching the championship game between two arch rivals in Chicago Simeon and Chicago Curie. Jalen Drain drives, mid-range jump shot is good.
Jalen Drain.
Foul is called. It will go against Wesley Rubin. That'll be his first. Okay, no foul is called. It's just a official warning to Wesley Rubin. Harrington Jr. step back jumper mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Wesley Rubin, gives it up to Jalen Griffith. Griffith up the floor. So far from him tonight, 7 points, as it's just been a great overall scoring effort for Simeon. Morris, 3-point shot, top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Ofoma. Here comes Brown up the floor. 33-32. Brown, dribble drive, dumps off to Harrington Jr. Harrington Jr. mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Morris. Here comes Jalen Drain off the transition pass. Drain to Rogers. To Griffith for the 3, no good. Rebounded by Drain. Drain, great tough layup right there, Garrett.
That was an incredible take and an incredible finish through tough defense.
34-33, Simeon has the lead for the first time tonight. Harris, dribble drive, layup, no good. Rebounded, here goes Drain. Drain goes down the floor, lays it in. Jalen Drain, 12 points on the night for the young man. 36-33, 6 minutes remaining in the third period. Here comes Brown. Brown to Harris. Harris. To Harrington Jr. 3-ball for Harrington Jr. No good. 0 for 3 so far this period from Harrington Jr. Griffith down the floor, guarded by Brown. Does not take the screen. Goes up and in. Jalen Griffith, as Chicago Simeon goes on a little bit of a run, as a timeout is taken for this game, and now they find themselves in a tough spot right now as they're down by 5. Here comes Harrington Jr. up the floor, gives it to Brown. Brown gets a screen from Harrington Jr. Brown drives, goes up to the paint, no good. Rebounded by Harrington Jr. as he lays it up and in. First field goal of the period for Harrington Jr. 13 points on the night for the, 15 drives, gives it to Wesley Rubin. Rubin travels, and that will be Curie basketball. 38-35, 5 minutes remaining in the third period.
That was great defense by the Condors there, Peter, to flush to the big man and force him to commit the turnover.
And indeed it was, as right now the Condors need all the help they need right now as they find themselves trailing down by 3. They don't want to have a double-digit deficit. Harrington Jr., three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Wesley Rubin. Here comes Griffith down the floor. Griffith bobs and weaves, dumps it off to Wesley Rubin. But another travel is called. Another travel is called. 38-35, still under 5 to play. Here come the Condors of Chicago, Curie. Phoenix Bullock backs down Morris. Morris goes up for the shot, no good. It goes out of bounds. It is still Curie basketball. Bullock will inbound it. Gives it to Harris. Harris gives it to Harrington Jr. Harrington Jr. to Ofoma. Ofoma goes up off of the bottom of the backboard, and here comes Jalen Griffith down the floor. Dumps it off to Lance Rogers. Rogers, great lay-in by Lance Rogers. As it is now 40-35, around 4 minutes left remaining in the third period. Here comes the Condors. Down by 2 possessions. Need to get something going offensively. They've so far been cold this period. Harrington Jr. goes up as he is fouled. Wesley Rubin with the foul. That will be his second, the team first. Timeout is taking, an official timeout for masks. On the huddle right now for Chicago Curie.
I really think he's stressing they need to be careful with the ball and really get back on defense. The transition defense is really hurting the Condors currently.
Harrington Jr. will go to the stride. First shot from Harrington Jr. is good. Harrington Jr. has so far struggled this period. Only 1 field goal so far, but he does have 16 points on the night for the young man. As he goes perfect from the stripe. 48-37, under 4 to play. Here comes Morris down the floor, gives it up to Drain. Drain, dribble drive, goes up, no good. Rebounded by Lance Rogers. Great forward for offensively for Simeon. Griffith, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Rogers, though. Great job for him. Griffith to Morris. Swinging it around is Simeon. Great job taking care of the basketball so far. Robert Smith tells Drain to back it out. Finds Griffith on the far corner. Drives in. Great layup off of Jalen Griffith as he goes over Chikasi Ofoma for the lay-in. Down by 5. Here comes Curie down the floor. Brown guarded by Griffith. Goes out of bounds into the scorer's table. It'll still be Curie basketball. Into the game right now for Chicago Curie is Tavion Collier. In for Chikasi Ofoma. Harrington Jr. has the ball. Doesn't pay attention, loses the ball. Here comes Drain. Drain to Wesley Rubin. Almost an alley-oop dunk to Wesley Rubin. He hits the back iron or the rim. Drain has it. Gives it up to Morris as he is effectively fouled by Bullock. That'll be Bullock's third, the team first.
Fouls number 1, Phoenix Bullock.
That was a very physical foul there, Peter.
And it was, as Phoenix Bullock was going for the ball, but Morris had it, and he bumped into Morris as Morris went to the hardwood, but he's okay. Griffith has the ball, dumps it off to Wesley Rubin. Rubin extending his range. That is good, Wesley Rubin. But they say that Wesley Rubin's foot was on the three-point line, and it's only a 2-point play, so it will be 44-37. Here comes Harris down the floor. Shot from Harris, no good. Rebounded by Wesley Rubin. So far, so good for the young man, as he has just been an effective force down the paint for the Simeon Wolverines. Morris, dribble drive, dumps it off to Griffith. Shot fake, dumps it off to Rubin. Rubin, three-point shot of his own, no good. Rebounded by Sean Brown. And here comes the Condors down the floor to Bullock. Bullock, dribble drive. Goes into the paint. Denied by Wesley Rubin. Here comes Drain down the floor. Drain. Finger rolls and the ball stuck in the net. As right now, the Simeon Wolverines rolling past the Condors right now. Into the game right now is number 4, Cross Barrett, in for Phoenix Bullock. As Michael Oliver trying to find something going in the third period, as his Condors have had a dud so far. Only 4 points compared to the 16 points for Chicago Simeon. Harris to Brown. Brown, shot fake, dribble drive, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Griffith. Here come the Wolverines down the floor. Griffith on the ball, minute 30 left in the third period. To Rubin, three-point shot for the young man, no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris has the ball, dumps it off to Barrett. Barrett, dribble drive, gives it up to Brown, but a foul is called. The foul will be on Avion Morris. That'll be his second, team's second. Into the game right now for Chicago City will be Miles Rubin in for Wesley Rubin, and Nicholas Robinson in for Lance Rogers. Great game so far. Not a lot of fouls, just fantastic basketball from both sides. Harrington Jr. gives it up to Harris. Harris, three-point shot, goes long. Rebounded by number 21 for the Condors. Collier, and his shot is missed, and there was a fight for the ball.
Condors cannot buy a basket at this point, Peter.
No, they cannot. So far, they've only had 4 points this period. The foul goes against number 0, Avion Morris. That'll be his third, team third. Harris right now trying to get the lid off of the basket. As right now the Condors find themselves trailing by 9. Barrett, jumper, no good. Great putback by Collier, though. 46-39. Under a minute to play in the third period in this championship game for the 90th annual Pontiac College Tournament. Griffith, dribble drive, dumps it off to Harris. Harris takes it to the half-court mark as Simeon wants the last shot, guarded by Brown. Morris, dribble drive, dumps it off. He wanted Nicholas Robinson but couldn't find him. Carlos Harris has it in transition. Harris, drive, foul as he went up, and he will go to the line for 2. The foul goes against number 1, Jalen Drain. That will be his first, team fourth. 15.3 left on the clock.
To the line for the Condors, number 2, Carlos Harris.
First shot for Harris is good. 46-40 right now. Second shot for Harris is also good. Right now, 5-point lead for the Simeon Wolverines as they have about 10 seconds left on the clock. Morris brings it up, wants to take the last shot. Great screen. Floater from Morris is good. Avion Morris. Carlos Harris has one shot left. Logo 3 is off the front iron, no good as we end the third period. 48-41. And Garrett, what did you see in that third period from both sides?
So, Peter, it was obvious it's creating them to have the lead. And for Curie, they couldn't even buy a basket, and it was very hard for them to get rebounds in the third period.
And right now, Chicago Curie needs to get something going offensively as they find themselves trailing right now in the fourth period. Carlos Harris, and right there, just one of those little tiny things as he loses the ball. Jalen Griffith got the rebound. Easy put in from coast to coast. 50-41. It's just like that. Just simple mistakes like losing the ball on a layup like that, Garrett. Easy mistakes that find Curie themselves in the hole. Down 9. Harrington, three-point shot, no good. And like you said, Garrett, couldn't buy a basket right now for the Chicago Curie team.
Harrington's trying everything in his power to get Curie back in this game, but it's just not falling for him right now.
Morris on the far side brings it Up to the logo at the half-court mark. Doesn't take the screen. Great dribble drive motion. No good. Rebound by Harrington Jr. to Carlos Harris. To Barrett. Barrett dribble drive. Good and one. Count the basket. Will go against Jalen Griffith. That'll be Griffith's first, team fifth. Barrett will go to the line for one more. Into the game right now is Phoenix Bullock and Chikasi Ofoma. Into the game for Chicago Simeon is number 3, Michael Ratliff, in for Avion Morris. .6:55 left to play. Barrett at the stripe. Shot is good. Into the game now is Sean Brown in for Jeremy Harrington Jr. He takes on Miles Rubin. Into the game now for Chicago Curie is Harrington Jr. in for Cross Barrett. Michael Oliver telling the team to go into a full court press, as they right now need to get some turnovers and easy baskets going into the finals, those trailing by 5. And just like that, they can't get anything going as Miles Rubin gets an easy lay-in. The foul will go against Chikasi Ofoma. That'll be his first, team second, as Miles Rubin goes to the, hit team third. As Miles Rubin will have to wait if Miles Rubin makes his and one opportunity. Rubin going to the stripe, as his brother Wesley and Miles have both been so effective tonight in the paint, keeping the Condors at bay, and his shot is good. 57-49 now, as the Wolverines lead in this championship game. Harris has it. To Ofoma, down to Harrington Jr., down the low block. Double teamed, gives it up to Harris. Harris drives down to the paint, loses the ball, gives up to Ratliff. Ratliff, easy lay-in, as they're now facing a 10-point deficit. Brown, dribble drive, dumps it off to Ofoma. Dunk, no good. Goes in and out, and here come the Wolverines down the court. Griffith pulls it out though, knows that his team is up by 10, wants to chew clock. And Garrett, that was such a heartbreaking dunk right there, as Griffith bangs it home on the floater. They just can't buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, that could have been a potential energy change for the Condors, and it was just in and out. Can't even buy a bucket, as you said, Peter.
And in and out again, Carlos Harris. Just a tough night shooting in the second half for the Condors. 61-49, 4.5 minutes left. Ball goes out of bounds still. Simeon basketball. Into the game right now is Tavion Collier. He is in for Chikasi Ofoma. Into the game also for Chicago Curie is number 30, Mason Minor, in for Jeremy Harrington.
Shots, you just can't fall.
It's just sadly one of those games at just the wrong time right now in the championship game of the 90th annual Pontiac College Tournament. Harris, dribble drive, shot no good, but he'll go to the line for 2 as a foul is called. It'll go against number 4 for Chicago Simeon, Nicholas Robinson. First shot from Harris is no good, as there was a confusion that they thought there was a 1-and-1. The official did say that it's 2 shots. You gotta go back to the line. And they did fix the time on the clock. There's 2:50 left on the clock. Harris with another opportunity at the stripe. And it is good. 65-52 right now. Curie is down. And Simeon right now just rolling past the Condors. Drain to Ruben, but travel is called. 2:41 left. Curie needs a lot of things to go their way right now as they face a 13-point deficit with less than 3 to play. Brown. Dribble drive. Up and under, no good. Put back also no good from Ofoma. Drain has it, goes down the court, finds Michael Ratliff wide open, and it goes in. Michael Ratliff. He is having a great game so far. 8 points so far, all of them on easy transitions. Curie right now down by 15. Harris, 3-point shot. That is good. Ratliff will inbound the ball. 2:05 left. Down by 12 is the Condors. 2:05 left. Down by 12 is the Condors. Ball to Ratliff. Loses the ball. Bullock. Dribble drive. Goes up. No good. Goes out of bounds off of Phoenix Bullock. Bullock won a foul right there. Doesn't get it. Less than 2 minutes left. 67-55. Wolverines smell blood. Griffith. Dribble drive, dump it off to Nicholas Robinson, waits. Great take by Nicholas Robinson, as that will most likely be icing on the cake for this game, Garrett.
Those drop-off passes for the Wolverines are just too easy, getting them nearly every play.
As Carlos Harris gets an and one opportunity at the line after a tough layup. The foul's on number 1, Jalen Drain. That will be his third. Team 8th. Harris, a great night from him, 18 points on the night. And chalk up one more for 19 on the night. Ratliff will inbound it as Michael Oliver doesn't want his team to quit just yet, down 11. Griffith double team, gives it off to Ratliff. Ratliff to Drain, easy dump off to Robinson. Robinson back to Drain to Griffith, top of the logo. Dribble drive, foul is called on Caleb Harris. That'll be his second, team 6th. The next foul means that Simeon will be in the bonus. Inbounding it to Miles Rubin to Griffith. To Drain. Griffith, dribble drive, dumps it off. Miles Rubin with the slam. And Garrett, you might as well just put the cherry on top of that cake. And that might as well just be the end of the game for the Chicago Curie Condors.
Wolverines are making it look too easy on this Condor defense, Peter.
Right now, the Chicago Curie Simeons. Wolverines. Right now up by 13 as a whole plethora of Condors come in. Mason Minor is in. Number 15, Rashad Wilson. Number 12,